Okay, so welcome back guys. So congrats for finishing your Python basics. And now we will move on sa little bit more intermediate part na, pero it's still very beginner friendly pa rin naman. So for this time, ituturo natin yung base Python na conditional statements, lists, functions, and introduction sa mga Python libraries na pwede nating i-import na mas itatakal natin siya sa next episodes. So ayun, let's begin na agad. So, conditional statements. Conditional statements, as said sa pangalan pa lang, so kailangan may conditions tayo. And yung mga answers dito is madidivide natin into two. It's either a true or a false yung dapat nalalabas na sagot dito. So that's what we call the Boolean type variables na yung tamang sagot is usually just true or false. So, conditional operators, so ito yung kailangan natin gamitin para malaman kung paano ba gumagana yung conditional statements. So, here, mayroon tayong equal, which is denoted by two equal signs. Not equal, which is denoted by an exclamation point and an equal sign. Greater than and less than by using the greater than and less than signs. And then greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. Maglalagay ka lang ng equal sign after yung respective sign mo kung greater than or less than siya. So, let us check kung gagana ba siya. So, first of all, we will declare variables x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0. So, para lang makita natin kung paano ba gumagana itong conditional operators natin. So, first of all, we will check, is x not equal to y? So, expected natin here, ang sagot is false, right? And then, for line number 5, print x is not equal to y. So, x is not equal to y, dapat ang expected natin is true. And then, lastly, print x is greater than y to know if x is greater than y. So, dapat ang sagot din dito is another true. So, okay. Let us run this code and see kung tama ba yung lalabas. So, dapat nga ang lalabas natin is false, true, true. So, tingnan natin. And yes, false, true, true nga ang lumabas. And also, we can translate yung ones and zeros into trues and false respectively. So, for example, dito, print x is equal to true. So, x is equal to 1, diba? From our last line. So, tingnan natin kung is 1 equal to true or is 1 equals to false. As well as dito, yung y is equal to 0. So, is 0 equal to true or is 0 equal to false? So, this will make sense in the future. Pero, yeah, let's run this code and see kung tama ba. So, dito, it says na x is equal to 1, which is true. So, x is equal to true. And then, y is equals to false. Kasi, y equal to false, it brought out true.
Once again, true is equal to 1 and false is equal to 0. So that means then na true is not equal to 0 and false is not equal to 1.
Okay, so moving on, we will go with logical operators. So ito, we can also call this like Boolean operators. And dito sinasabi lang na and, or not. So that means, if and siya, that means parehas silang yes. If or, it just returns na kung may isa sa kanila na nagsasatisfy dun sa condition. And not naman is basically parang yung kabaligtaran. Yun. So for example, dito, we will declare variables ulit. X is equal to 2 and y is equal to negative 1. So, let's see if x is equal to y and x is not equal to y. So, we will see that since one of these statements is true, like isa lang sa kanila, which is the second one, x is not equal to y. So, we will expect na false yung lalabas dito. And then, for the next one, x is greater than y and x is not equal to y. So, both statements are true kasi true is greater than negative 1. And then, for the next one naman, print x is greater than y or x is not or x is less than y. So, dito, one of the statements is true. Pero, it's an or lang siya. So, we just need one of them to be true. So, we will expect that to be true. And then, for the last one, print not x is not equal to y. So, since x is not equal to y, and is actually true, so that means not x is not equal to y should be false. And as we run this code, tama naman yung ating mga predictions. So, only one of these statements are true sa line 4. That means false yung lalabas sa ating answer. And then, both of the statements are true sa 5th line natin. So, true yung lumabas na answer. And then, for the 6th line, it says or lang naman. So, one of the answers were true. So, true yung lalabas. And for the last one, the statement is supposedly true, pero nilagyan natin siya ng not. So, we will reverse the true into a false. And then next, we will move on sa identity and membership operators. So, identity operators just means na if yung is operator natin, it just means if they are the same. And then is not if they are not the same. And next, for membership operators, magsisimula tayo ng konti ng lists, pero we will tackle lists later on sa next topic natin. So, if it is in the list, it will return true if it has in the membership operators, and not in, so it will return nga true if the value is not in the list. So, let us declare these variables, x, y, z, w. So, x is a list na may laman na 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And y is equal to 4, z is equal to 4, and w is equal to 1. So, first of all, titingnan natin y is z. So, tingnan natin is 4 equal to 4. So, dapat true ang lalabas kay line 6. Then, for line 7, the y is not w. So, y is not equal to 1. So, dapat true ulit yung lalabas. Y in x. So, y in x is 4 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yes. So, dapat ang lalabas din dito is true. And then, for the last one, w not in x. So, dapat ang lalabas dito is false because there's a 1 sa ating variable na x. So, let's run this code to see the answers. So, ayan. Correct naman yung predictions natin. Y is equal to z. So, true. Y is not equal to w. So, true. Y is in list x, which is true. And w is actually in x. So, false yung lalabas if we ask if it's not in there. Okay, so after conditional statements, we will move on to lists. So, napakapiyawan natin siya kanina dun sa conditional statements, pero ito na yung deep dive natin. So, lists. So, lists are variables containing variables. So, medyo confusing siya to hear, pero let's just say, magde-declare ka ng variable and may laman siyang different variables din. So, for example, yung X list natin, i-declare natin siya as containing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, yung symbol for a list is yung square brackets, and dapat lahat ng elements niya is meron siyang commas in the middle. So, yan. So, Y list is negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. So, if you print X list and Y list, dapat itong dalawang to yung lalabas. So, aside from integers, pwede lang tayong maglagay ng mga strings or Boolean variables dito sa ating list. So, for example, our animal list, dog, cat, parrot, cheetah, and crocodile. So, dapat kapag pinrint natin yon, ito din yung lalabas. Same with our Boolean list. So, let's see if this works. Okay. So, lumabas naman yung X list natin, yung Y list natin, yung animal, and Boolean lists. So, ayun. That's just how we declare yung pag-name ng lists. The next is for list comprehension. So, list comprehension is another different way of tackling kung paano gumawa ng list. So, parang mas madali siyang gawin na hindi mo na kailangang isa-isahin. For example, yung X list gusto natin gawin na hanggang 99 siya. So, we don't need to like type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 99. So, for example, in Z list, I for I in range 1 to 5. So, dito, actually yung iteration natin here is mag-start ka sa 1, then 2, then 3, then mag-stop ka sa 4. Hindi actually kasama tong 5 na to. If you want to include 5, you need to put your endpoint to be 6. So, yan. Then, for A list, J for J in range negative 5 to 0. So, this means yung laman niya is negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, and negative 1. Hindi kasama si 0. So, if we print Z list and A list, dapat yun ang lalabas. Let's see that later. And then, animal list. So, our animal list, dog, cat, parrot, cheetah, crocodile, and I added a raccoon. So, maglagay tayo ng C list. So, gusto natin makita lang if may letter C yung name, dapat yun yung lalabas sa C list. So, K for K in animal list, if C in K. So, yun. This just means na kapag may letter C na sa name, ilalagay natin sa C-list. If we print that, dapat yun yung mga lalabas. And then, frac list, so it's I plus 0.5 for I in range 1 to 11. So, this just means na maglalagay ka lang ng mga fractions. Actually, decimal form siya, pero fractions naman siya. And then, half frac list if I is greater than 5.5. So, let's see. So, yung Z-list natin, so yes, 1, 2, 3, and 4, hindi kasama si 5. Si A-list, negative 5 to negative 1, hindi kasama si 0. And then, yung C-list natin, yung mga letter C's, cat, cheetah, crocodile, and raccoon. So, makikita natin dito, it finds the letter C anywhere, kahit hindi siya sa harap, kahit nasa gitna siya or nasa dulo siya ng name. And then, here's our fraction list, and half of the fraction list, kasi sinasabi lang na like, you took half of it, basically. Pero there's an easier way to do that, which we'll deal with right now. So, list slicing. So, dito, list slicing just means na hahatiin natin yung list, depende kung saan natin siya gustong ihatiin, basically. Or pwede natin kuhanin yung isang variable lang, kuha lang tayo ng isang variable. So, kasi yung mga list natin, so for example, our animal list, balik tayo dito. So, dog, cat, parrot, cheetah, crocodile, and raccoon. So, mag-a-assign ka ng index dun sa mga variables na nasa loob, depending kung pang ilan sila dun sa list. So, for example, si dog siya yung first sa list, and so, ang index niya is 0. So, yun pala, that's one quirk ng Python, which is, yung pag-list mo ng index, it will start from 0, and it will not start from 1. So, ayan. Okay. So, dog's index should be 0, cat is 1, parrot is 2, then cheetah is 3, crocodile is 4, raccoon is 5. Okay. So, punta tayo dito. If we print animal list, then 0, ang i-expect natin dito na lalabas is dog. And then, if we print animal list, 2 and colon, so this colon just means na itutuloy niyo yung iteration hanggang sa dulo. So, alin yung 2 natin? So, 2 is actually the third part, which is parrot. So, dapat parrot onwards yung ipiprint niya. So, yun. So, print animal list, index 0, dog yung lumabas. And then, print animal list 2 onwards, parrot, cheetah, crocodile, and raccoon. So, not only can we do it na from 0 to the end, pwede rin natin siyang gawin na negative. So, this negative just means that you will start from the right side instead of the left side. So, dapat, ang lalabas dito is yung pinaka last one. So, yan, raccoon. And then, print animal list, negative 1, dito sa right side, hanggang doon sa leftmost. So, since yung negative 1 nga, hindi dapat siya kasama. So, we will start with crocodile dun sa ating list na may negative 1. And lastly, pwede natin pagsamahin yung dalawa para mas ma-specify natin kung gano'ng ka layo yung indexing natin. So, for example, here, in frac list, we have 2 different colons, tapos yun. Ang papalabasin natin is 1.5, 3.5, 5.5, 7.5, and 9.5. This just means na nag-start tayo kay negative 1, and intervals natin is with 2. So, intervals itong after the second colon. So, for example, so, yun naman, tama naman lumabas since start tayo sa last, second to the last one, which is 9.5. This one. And then, mag-move tayo ng 2 steps every time. So, skip natin si 8.5, 7.5 tayo, then 5.5, 3.5, and 1.5, which is yung lumabas dito. Okay. So, we also have some basic functions sa lists. So, here, len, pop, dot append, and dot remove. So, len just returns the length of the list. And pop, it removes the element at a specified index, and i-state niya yung value ng element. Append, it adds an element to the list as the latest index, and dot remove removes the element from the list sa index na yun. So, itong dot append and dot remove, kaya siya may dot is because kailangan yung list name mo, yung ilalagay mo sa harap, and then dot append. Meanwhile, dito sa len and pop, ang mangyayari here is len, and then inside the parentheses mo, ilalagay yung name ng list mo. For example, here, print len, send list. So, dapat 100 yung lalabas. So, tama naman. And print send list pop negative 1. So, dapat yung 99 yung lalabas dito since aalisin natin yung 100, hindi kasama yung 100th part, mag-start tayo sa 99th. Yan. So, yun. So, now, if we print yung length nung send list, since naggamit tayo ng pop, dapat ang expect natin is negative 1. I mean, 99, I'm sorry. So, dapat 99 kasi inalist natin yung negative 1 part niya. And then next, if we print send list negative 1th index, dapat 98 siya since tinanggal nga natin yung number 99. Okay? And then, if we now then add a 99, so send list dot append. So, yan, nasa unahan yung name ng list and then dot append. We append a 99. If we print yung negative 1th index niya, dapat bumalik siya sa 99. Which is, yes, it's the case. So, if we now then remove yung 99, so send list dot remove 99. So, dapat ang babalik tayo dito sa 98, which is correct. Okay. So, here, 5 list. So, for I in range 1 to 6. 5 list. So, hanggang 5 lang dapat to, diba? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hindi kasama yung 6 for here. And then, we 5 list dot append 6. So, naglagay tayo ng 6 sa huli. So, if we now print 5 list, maglalagay ka lang ng 6 sa huli. Yan. And, okay, let's move on to the next part. So, the next part will be iterative control. So, iterative control is it just means na magkagawa ka ng functions wherein you will iterate over a set amount of times. So, for example, from 0 to 2 times. Or from 1 to 5 times. Ganun. So, let us move on. Okay? So, iteration. Meron tayong different ways of actually making iterations dito. So, meron tayong for and while loops. So, we call them loops kasi paulit-ulit sila. So, for example, here, for I in range 100, this just means na 100 times mo siyang uulit-ulitin yung pag-print ng hello world. So, let's try to run this. So, if we try to count this, it's gonna be 100 times. So, let's not try to count that. Pero, even Python gave up and just put an ellipsis here. So, just believe me when I say na 100 hello world messages yan. So, aside from a for loop na ganitong kasimple lang, we can also do a while loop here. So, a while loop naman, this just means na, so, mag-set muna tayo ng I is equal to 0. And while I is less than 100, we print a hello world. Pero, we also put I plus equals to 1, which as we remember dati, this just means na I is equal to I plus 1. So, mag-add ka lang ng 1 every time. So after the first iteration, I will be 1, and then I will be 2, 3, 4, 5, and onwards. So, pagdating naman ng I is equal to 100, titigil na siya. So, let's try to print this. Okay, so, yan. It's the same. It's 100 hello worlds. And, pwede rin tayo maglagay dito ng break statement. So, for I in range 10, if I is not equal to X, print I, else break. So, break just means na titigil na siya. Ititigil mo na yung pag-run ng for loop. And then, meron din tayong continue. So, for I in range 10, if I is not equal to X, print I, else continue. So, pag continue, this just means na walang mangyayari. Tutuloy mo lang yung loop. So, kahit sabihin natin, if I is not equal to X, print I. So, hanggang umabot ka pa rin sa range mo na 10, tutuloy mo siya na itutuloy. Hindi mo siya kailangan i-break. So, ang nangyari lang, when I was equal to X, hindi ka lang nag-print ng 5. As you can see here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 lang siya. Ayan. So, for the next part, we will move on sa functions and packages. So, functions. Yung functions naman, basically, this just means na yung mga code na ginawa natin kanina, ilalagay lang natin siya into a more compact thing para kapag, kunwari, kailangan mo ulit siyang gamitin for something else, hindi mo na kailangan i-write down yung line of code na yon over and over and over again. You can just put the function, tapos ilalagay mo lang yung variable na ilalagay mo sa function para mas mapadali yung trabaho. So, ayan. Let's move here. So, ito. this just starts with, for example, here, def. So, def just means define. So, magde-define tayo ng isang list slicer. Tapos, itong L na nasa loob ng parentheses just means na ito yung variable na ilalagay natin. So, this is the entire function. So, x equal to int len of the list divided by 2. So, if len percentage sign 2 is equal to 0, so yung percentage sign is equal to modulus, or kung may remainder siya. So, if there's no remainder, if remainder niya is 0, this just continues na half of L will be L from the beginning hanggang dun sa index natin na kalahati. And then the half 2 will be from the index ng kalahati hanggang sa dulo. And we will just print the 2 halves. Else, we will need to like make an error statement. For example, kung hindi equal yung values ng dalawa, na let's say, yung list natin contains 13 elements. So kung 13 elements siya, that means na hindi siya pwedeng mahati into 2 kasi hindi siya equal. As opposed to like, let's say, 12 elements lang. Pwede siya like, yung half niya is 6 and the other half is also 6, di ba? So, ayun, naglagay lang tayo dito ng else statement na your list is not even. Bigger half 1 or bigger half 2. So, pipili ka lang din dito kung ano gusto mong gawin. If you want half 1 or half 2 to be bigger. And, ayun. Or else, print input a valid number kung mali yung nilagay niya na, na number doon. So, eto, mag-name. So, let's run this lang. So, we need to run the list para malaman niya kung, we need to run the function para malaman niya kung ano yung meaning ng list slicer. And then next, so, let's just define random list. So, yan, list 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, let's run that to name the variables. And then, ayan, let's try to use list slicer on list 3 and list 5. So, tingnan natin. So, ayun, this just shows na, ayun, gumana naman siya for them both. So, that means na yung list slicer natin, they got two even numbered lists. So, even yung elements niya. So, 1, 2, 3 to 10, then 11 to 20, and then 10 to 15, 16 to 21. So, yun, even yung values nila. Okay. So, for the last part, last part na to. So, mag-introduce na tayo kung ano ba yung mga packages, yung mga libraries na gagamitin natin then for the next time. So, basically, libraries are just a very, very sophisticated set of different functions na i-call lang natin from other sources. Na since hindi naman natin kailangan, for example, walang inherent na variable na pi sa base Python. So, kung kailangan natin yung pi, kailangan pa ba natin gumawa ng function na magde-define kung ano yung value ng pi? So, it's very, very costly to do that pa. So, other people have actually done that for us. So, kung kailangan lang natin gawin, i-call lang natin yung kanilang package or library, as we say. So, for example, here, yung isang pinaka-famous na, na package natin is NumPy. So, NumPy is actually a collection of various things na for math purposes. So, itatakal natin siya next episode. And then, the very, very famous import NumPy as NP. And if we check dir NP, so this dir, this just lists every single function na pwede mong gamitin sa NP. So, here, allow threads, buff size, erlog. So, they're just basically means na, think of it na directory. So, bibigay sa iyo yung directory kung ano yung mga laman niya. So, that's a lot of functions already. So, that just means na yung library natin, it's basically like a compilation of many functions na ginawa na ng other people for us para hindi na tayo mahirapan sa paggagawa on our own. Okay. So, ayan. So that's all for today actually. So let's wrap it up and see you next time para sa for our packages such as NumPy and Matplotlib.